Sgibs here for another exciting edition. It is not your den, it is not my den, but it is the Mad Den, a.k.a. also known as the Laser Show, the internet's most passionate show about John Madden Football 2011 by EA Sports, baby. Kicking it off with a bang. Show number 93. Only 73, I actually forgot if it was 3 or what it was. 73 days until something big happens. Guesses, keep them coming. A lot of people have been sending a lot of great guesses. The person that, if they do guess it right, I'm not going to tell you what it is if you do guess it right, but if you do guess it right, I will be sending something special to you. So make sure you send your guesses in Madden Bible at gmail.com. Send them there. Also, you can go just send them in the chat below. Send me a PM. Send me anything. A Twitter message, a message. It doesn't matter. Just send it to me. Let's talk. Other things in the news though. The Celtics doing big things against the Phoenix Suns last night. They had a 28-point lead, and they blew the lead. They had a 28-point lead, and they blew the lead. I think they ended up winning the game, but they literally threw the lead away. KG, he sat down with a couple minutes to go in the third quarter. Thought the night was over. He ended up having to come back in the game. You never want to see your star players in a situation like that. Rusty, the thighs, the legs, the hammies, the calves. Once they've been dormant on the bench like that after a long game, really could cause some problems. So don't ever like to see that. So the Celtics, though, they are cruising along. Red Sox, I think the Laser Show fell down. Yeah, it sounds like my Tuesday night. The Red Sox, they're coming on strong. A lot of good things there as well. Madden season getting later and later as we approach the new Madden 12 that's coming up. But we're still playing Madden 11 because we love it. A lot of good Madden 11 action left in this year. Still a ton of shows we have. We have a whole other 6 months until we're on Madden 12. So we got a lot more to cover, guys. Today, though, what we're going to talk about is how to understand how to pick up the pressure that we were showing in yesterday's show, where we were finding where the offensive weaknesses was in the offensive formation. And today we're talking about how to pick up pressure from the offensive formation that we're in. Now, we touched base on this a couple times in a couple shows prior to this, but today a little bit more of an extensive breakdown. We're going to show you just random formation. We'll show you where you want to use in pass protection, which guys you want to block, you'll take out of the play. It's really specific as well. It's not a rule of thumb to say, well, you're shotgun normal, you're always going to block the halfback, because there are specific plays that the halfback has a great route, and we want to keep that route. So we really want the ability to have him go out on the play. So we might want to block someone else, and it's all dependent on the play that we have. We have to identify the play, the route that we need least to make the play successful, as well as figuring out where our strengths are in the passing game. So a lot of things we're going to cover today. We're going to go with the Atlanta offensive playbook, the New York Jets defensive book, and we'll get into the breakdowns now. Any questions or anything along those lines, feel free, leave in the chat below, as well as just message me on Instant Messenger. Madden Bible is my email. Twitter at Sgibs7. Available. Talk to me. Let's get it going. That's the only way you're going to get better. It's the only way I'm going to get better. Keeping this constant flow of communication open, and that's what we're all about. So let's get into this. Let's get into the party started here. Let's get our Zoomy Zoom on. We know you missed the Zoomy Zoom. So here it is. All right, moving it. Well, okay. So there's our Zoomy Zoom. Oh, you didn't know? If you didn't know, this is Das Laser Show. 73 days until something exciting is going to happen. I don't know what it is. MaddenBible.com. Check us out there. MaddenBible.com. Follow me on Twitter, Sgibs7. Show number 93. We're close to 100. Something exciting is going to happen. Show number 100. Am I going to tell you? No. Do I ever tell you guys anything? A lot of times. But sometimes I like to keep some things from you. So, the formation that we are looking at, oh, you can't see the full formation. Let me zoom that out a little bit. There you go. There you go. There you go, fellas. All right. So I'm in the shotgun tight flex formation. Defense is the 46 inside blitz, the same play that we showed yesterday, with the same ability to bring pressure from wherever we want. So first, what I want to show you is what I like to call power blocking. Now, power blocking is something that's used to pick up in what I believe is A-gap heat, but you could also use it to pick up outside C-gap heat. Now, what we're going to do here, the defense is showing A-gap heat. So this is pass blocking 101. This is the very first step you need to know in picking up pass protection. So if you ever run into a guy that likes to send 6 guys at you and send pressure up the middle, you can block your halfback. And how many times does this happen? You block your halfback, you pinch the line, and you say, yeah, this should work. This should stop the pressure. And then what happens is you get a guy comes in and you just get baptized by the pass rush. And then you go in, you look at instant replay later in the game, and you say, what the heck is wrong with my halfback? He just stood there like a Munson, like a Roy Munson from Kingpin. And he just does nothing. And the pressure comes in, and you're frustrated. The game is broken. I hate this game. I'm never playing this game again. And then you realize, oh, wait a second. MaddenBible.com and Sgibs and Z-Files, they got my back. So here's the pressure again. And what we're going to want to do here, we're going to flip the play. And we do that by pressing the square button here. And then R trigger. So watch what happens. Square, R trigger, and the play gets flipped. So now what we want to do now is we want to block Turner to the left as he crosses Ryan. So we're going to flip it back, block Turner as he goes over Matt Ryan, the quarterback, like so, right there. And now, if you can see on the screen, Turner's blocking assignment is to the middle of the field now. So now, I slide protect down, A-gap pressure is coming. Oh, I got to call hike from, oh, drop the controller. No bueno, no bueno. All right. Make sure the blitz is still on. Okay, pressure set. A-gap blocked. So now, oh, he didn't. Pressure still came off the edge there. 1 second. 1 second. But that time, that didn't actually work there. But what I want to show you, what I really want to show you, what I really care about, is look how Turner stepped up. He wanted a piece. He wanted to take a guy on, but for whatever reason, we didn't get the desired results. I think that what had to do there is the slide protection down. I bet you if I don't slide protect down there, I'm going to pick up that pressure. So here we have it. No slide protect down this time. Trial by error. We're okay with that here. Same pressure. Trial by error. Snap. This time, yep, there you go. So I just learned something. Don't slide protect down if you're going to power block. Just let it happen. Just let nature happen, baby. So here you have it. Power block, and now you're able to pick up the A-gap. So look at that. Good pressure before. I got time to sit in the pocket. I find my open guy, and I hit my open man. Make a play, and I make the completed pass. Now, that is rule number 1. How do I stop A-gap pressure? We just showed you. Now, same problem before. What happens if they send... What happens, Sgibs, if they send outside pressure? What if they send outside C-gap pressure? Now, you can also just block the halfback, and you could get desired results by blocking the halfback. But my issue is, a lot of times if I block the halfback, he'll get blown up in the pass protection. What's going to happen is the blitzing defender will put a swim move on him or something along those regards, and he'll blow right by the halfback, and the halfback just is rendered nothingness. So we'll see if that's what happens here. He actually did a good job chipping him there, but I do know that many times when you do send pressure that way, you can see the blitzer tried to chuck Turner. Watch. He got bumped a little bit, and that's what happens when Turner's just sitting there waiting for the pressure. So what we want to do now, though, is we want to power block Turner so that he attacks the pressure. So again, we're going to flip the play. Now we're going to flip the play again. And this time, instead of blocking Turner left, we're going to block Turner right as he passes Matt Ryan, like so. And now Turner is going to block straight to the outside right. And why I want to do that is because I want Turner to attack this pressure coming off the edge. I want him to go after it like a bat out of hell. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to attack it. He's going to sit up in the pocket. Now look at the more time I had in the pocket there. Made a good throw downfield. Jenkins didn't complete it. But the idea is that I don't want to be passive in my pass protection. I don't want the pressure to come to me. I want to take the pressure head on. And that's what we're doing here. Turner runs out. Look at this. He gets to the blitzing defender, and he chucks him before the defender can even make a move. And what that does, it throws the blitzing defender all off whack. Gives me more time in the pocket, sit in the pocket, find an open guy, make a good throw. We'll show you what that looks like one more time if I don't motion him out. So here's my can. One more time we'll show you what it looked like with the power blocking on. Here it is. Turner goes out and gets him. Goes out and gets him. Look at, he's still blocking him. So that's what happens when you power block. Now if you don't power block and you just block Turner, he waits for the pressure to come to him, and that's when problems start happening. Problems start happening, pressure comes in. Turner actually did a better job there at blocking him that time. Let's see if we can block him again. Just try to get the right animation that we see happen so many times when we just play passive pass protection. So here you have it again. Pressure comes off. That was a little bit more of what we were kind of looking for. Little scenarios where the pressure comes in wide, and then the halfback might not even really pick it up. So watch the pressure. Turner almost doesn't even go for him. See how the pressure almost gets in there. Now if we power block, we don't even have to worry about that. So that's what we're trying to do. Power blocking can be your friend. So your rule number one, learn how to power block to the A gap and the outside C gaps. You can do it from either side. Doesn't matter what formation you're in, you can power block. It's something you need to learn how to do for your pass protection scheme. Now, something else you need to recognize is your ability to recognize, okay, the defense, we talked yesterday on defense, where is the offense weak? Now today, it's the reverse side of that. It's again, looking at your offensive formation and say, where am I weak and what route can I give up so that I get better pass protection? What route can I take away from my offensive arsenal to pick up pressure and it won't affect the effectiveness of the play? So part of the reason why Falcon Cross is such a good play is because it has dual flat routes. So you have Turner and White. So right off the bat, you need to realize and need to think, I don't want to block White and Turner if at all possible. I really don't, because both those flat routes really put pressure on the defense, and that's something I really need. Now, your next move is Jenkins. The deep post here. The deep post is what keeps the defense and the user defender, makes them respect the deep ball and makes them not play a 1-versus-1 cover 0 style defense, because that deep post is absolutely deadly in a one-on-one situation, and it's a very tough play for the defense to defend if they have no help over top. So that leaves us our two inside guys. Now, my theory behind this is the fact that I can motion Douglas, and I can motion him anywhere I want, and that, to me, makes him a little bit more valuable in the passing game. He also has a little shorter depth of a route, which means that he's going to get open a little bit more consistently than Finneran. So your first guy that you're going to use in pass protection from the Falcon Cross play is Finneran, the inside right wide receiver. So when you first see that, you think, okay, so Finneran is blocking, so now I have the ability to pick up pressure off the right side of the field. Now, if, for example, they do bring A-gap pressure, you will have to give up Turner. You'll have to block him, power block him to the A-gap, and really that's the bottom line. That's really what you're going to have to do. So if you do ever have pressure comes off the right, though, I want you to block Finneran rather than Turner. Now, this is just this one play example. The idea, though, is that you need to look at your formation, a formation that you like, and say, okay, what route can I give up to gain better pass protection? Because I've seen so many times where guys will just run a play, and then all of a sudden, they'll get pressure on them, and they don't know what to do. They've never even thought about labbing pass protection. But labbing pass protection is one of the most important things you could do, because if you can negate any pressure that your opponent's sending at you, you're going to win a lot more games than you were winning before. So you need to get in the lab. If you have questions, message me. It doesn't matter to me. Just message me, and I will help you. Say, Gibbs, I want to know single back tight doubles. What guy can I give up? And don't just tell me tight doubles, what guy can I block? You got to give me a specific play, because each play is different. And let me show you what I mean by different. So this is my quick audible right. First off, I'm looking at this. I can tell you right away that Michael Turner's route by the backfield, the halfback, that route to me means nothing. I don't care about that route. It really means nothing. What I'll tell you next is that Douglas and Finneran, both those routes really mean nothing to me. I kind of like Finneran's a little bit better because it's kind of like an angled deep post, but a little bit less severe. But again, I can create both those routes by just putting them on streaks. It doesn't really matter to me. White doesn't mean anything to me, but the far right wide receiver Jenkins, he does mean something to me. So typically what I would do in this scenario to get my best pass protection, I would block Turner, and I would block Douglas, and then I can have Finneran put him whatever I want to do, and White. And see, as you can see, I made the play up. I kept the one route that I need, and then I out-routed everything else in. But now what happens is I have a blocker to the right of my quarterback, a blocker to the left of my quarterback, a nice 7-man, call it a little cocoon. You can get comfortable, get nice there, get your Snuggie, get your book, your reading lamp, get your microwavable macaroni and cheese, and have yourself a good night, because you're going to be able to pick up good pressure with this. And this is a universal tip. It's all about finding specific routes that are effective in a specific play. So again, in this play, you want to look at the routes that are important to you. And I'll tell you again, there's only one route in this play that is important. And I'll give you 5 seconds to think to yourself, what route is important? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you said Michael Turner's route, you are incorrect. The route that's important is Michael Jenkins' route. So the far right wide receiver on the deep post, that's really the only route that we need. It's the only route in this play that we actually can't hot route. So the other routes are interchangeable. So again, you could block Douglas, you could block Finneran, you could block White, and then from there, okay, so now I have my pass protection. Now what do I want to do? Okay, well maybe I want to put Douglas on a drag, and then I want to put White, I want to put him on a slant out. And then I have Finneran and Turner to block for me, but okay, they might be bringing pressure off the left edge. I'll block Douglas, and now I'll drag Finneran. So now you're in a situation where you see the nice little pocket, the deep post over the middle, bing, bang, boom, Brema, and that's how you kind of figure out where your pass protection is. So in this play, again, you want to keep Turner as long as possible. Unless there's an A-gap, don't block him. But Finneran's your number one guy to block. Your next move, if they are trying to bring pressure off the left edge, you definitely do want to block Douglas. So the idea would be to block Douglas here. Then you have Finneran on a nice route over the middle. You have the left L1 route to Turner, as you can see, that tough play to defend. But that's the idea, is to find specific formations, find which ways you can pick up pressure. So now we'll go to a different formation. I'm not even looking. I'll just land on it. So the tray open formation. What play can we pick? We'll take Strong Flood. How's that sound? Strong Flood. And so we're looking at Strong Flood, and we need to think, okay, well, how can I make pass protection from this formation better? So first, obviously, is the halfback. Halfback is your number one option. He's going to help you aid in pass protection. So you can power block him like so. So now he's blocking the middle. And we went over that before. Now he's blocking left. So we went over that before. If you have questions, feel free to let me know. Email, Twitter, AIM, doesn't matter to me. But next, what you want to take a look at is your other guys. What other routes on this play do I need? So Finneran's at a nice flat route. I can't create that with a hot route. So we're going to keep Finneran. Douglas and White, don't really need either one of them. I could use them in pass protection. And Jenkins, I don't want to use Jenkins because watch what happens. If I motion Jenkins, he stops right there. So he can't help me in pass protection. So you have three guys that can help you in this play in pass protection. That's Turner out of the backfield. But again, remember, we kind of like Turner's route. Kind of like his route. Your next move is either Douglas or White. So what you can do with them is you can motion them, and then you can use them and snap and let them go into coverage and block over the middle of the field. So that's how you would make this formation better pass protection. You could block Turner, and then you have the ability with Douglas and White on the edge here to now block one of them and motion them over. So that's just that specific for this formation. We can go under center and show you as well. We will show you one of my favorite plays in the game, wide receiver double shake. Now, blue routes are always your friend. So anytime you have a play that has a blue route, you have instant pass protection. But again, a way to get better pass protection is to, again, look for the routes that you don't need. And I'll tell you right now, I love the Gonzalez route, the Mugalali, whatever his name is. He's a guy I can block and pick up pressure. So here you have the pressure comes in. I hit Gonzalez quick out of the backfield. So again, if you want, but even if you do want to give that up, you can block Gonzalez. Now you have pressure block from the left. Then McGually goes out to the right flat, get him upfield, breaks a tackle, makes a play. So again, it's all about just recognizing your information, finding the routes that you don't need because A, they're either not effective, or B, you can hot route them. So if you see guys that are on ins or on drag or on a slant, you can just create those routes. So you could block them and create the route elsewhere. So remember that. But guys, for another exciting show, I'm Sgibs. I'm your host. With a whole lot of you fellas and only a little tiny part of me. We're changing the Madden community. One snap at a time.